Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. We're really excited to see this, especially in such a wonderful venue.
Yes, I'm a huge fan of each of the franchise. What's the challenge of mashing it up?
Well, the challenge is only in coming up with the story which James Tucker originated. These are two character sets and two shows which allow you to mix and match anything with them. Scooby-Doo's been teaming up with every star and celebrity and character that they, from the very beginning. And Batman Brave and the Bold is one of the most out there shows in terms of combining characters and out there ideas and concepts. And it isn't their first team up either on the show for either of their respective shows. So to bring them together seemed really natural. And when I heard they were planning this, it was very exciting.
So I haven't screened it yet. Looking forward to screening it. So does Batman let the Mystery Inc. Hold the driving wheel, or how do they cooperate?
You'll be surprised who drives at the wheel. I'm going to let you find out who's driving in this one, and it's a bit of a surprise. It's a very specific question.
So what's the appeal of combining these two? Because, one of them is about mystery and ghosts, and Batman is like, no, I'm not dealing with supernatural. Usually that's how he deals with logic. Am I right?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Batman falls very much in the same camp as Velma would, that there's a rational explanation for everything. There's anything you could possibly see, there's an explanation for seeing it. And Shaggy and Scoob and others are there to say, there's something real going on here. And I think this is a little bit of a different kind of a mystery for them. It's not your cut and dry Scooby, and it's definitely not your typical Batman adventure. So I think it's going to come together in a little bit of an interesting way.
Now, is this an indicator that the Brave and the Bold is coming back?
I wouldn't, it's a little bit above my pay grade, but please, fans, this was the absolute funnest show to ever write for in my life. And if it could come back, I will be the first person to cheer for it. So I hope it is.
So congratulations on the Brave and the Bold and Scooby-Doo.
Thank you.
So what's the appeal of bringing these two franchises together?
Well, it's not the first time. I mean, there was a Batman Scooby-Doo team up in the 70s, which I saw as a wee one. It's an interesting combo. They're both mystery solvers, so they kind of fit together more than any other superhero would fit with Scooby-Doo. And I don't know. They're just both franchises that the minute kids see them, they're instantly hooked. So putting them together is like, chocolate and peanut butter. I mean, it just makes sense.
And Batman deals with the logic and rational, and Mystery Inc. with ghosts and supernatural. So do they clash? I mean,
they don't really clash because, the Scooby-Doo trope is that ultimately it's a crook that's doing the ghost stuff. It's never a real ghost. And so there's always a crime involved. So I think the Scooby-Doo gang are really crime solvers. They're actually solving crimes at the end of the adventure. It's never just about a ghost. So I think that connects them. And in fact, the plot of this movie generally is that Batman asks them to join him and help him solve mysteries. So it makes sense to me. I don't know.
Having produced a lot of these DC movies, and I've interviewed many times as well, what's the goal for you for the next project? How do you up the ante? Like, do you go dark? Do you go family? Well, how do you decide?
Well, I'm lucky in that Warner Brothers throws a lot of different things at me. I mean, I'm also responsible for our in-continuity titles. And this came about just as they knew they wanted to do a Batman Scooby-Doo. They knew they needed a kid-friendly. Since I had been the last person to do a kid-friendly Batman, they asked me to do it. So, but I love doing Brave and the Bold. If there's any chance to go back to something like that or do more, I'd love to. I'd make time for it. I also love what I'm doing with the darker, more adult skewing PG-13/R movies. So I like doing it all. So as long as I can keep it a variety going, I'm happy.
As I'm winding down to my final questions, I want to ask for my fans of The Brave and the Bold, it's been 7 years. Is this an indicator that the series may be coming back?
All I can say is I don't think a series is in the offing, but I mean, I could do it, but I don't think it's in the cards. But if the sales for this movie are good, nothing breeds more like success and money. So buy this. If you want more Brave and the Bold, buy Scooby-Doo, Batman: Brave and the Bold.
Last question, sir. DC Digital Service is coming with Titans live action. Are you involved in any of the DC Digital Service content?
Not yet. Not yet. I have ideas, and when my turn comes up, hopefully I'll be doing something for them. I think it's a great thing.